listening to them one by one. It's that kind of personal contact. You know, everyone says, oh, isn't there something faster? There isn't. There really isn't. And if that sounds like bad news, I'm sorry, but the good news is that that's really what works. Okay, well, the first thing you want to do is get the appointment. Bring. Hi, is Greg Lukowski there?
Sure, speaking.
Oh, Greg, this is Michael Brown. I'm the organizer with Mike. I just wanted to see if you might have some time. I wanted to stop by to talk to you to find out a little bit more about you and tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Is there some time that works for you?
I can't talk to you.
You can't talk to me?
No, I'm just kidding. Sure, when do you want to come by?
How about, well, at your convenience, when's good for you?
How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, great. What time?
Noon.
About noon. Okay, you'd have like half hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah, great. Is that all? That's all you want to do is get together and just get to know me?
Yeah, about noon where? At the
Come to the temple.
Okay, I'll see you then. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh, and just in case anything comes up, here's my cell phone. It's 617-645-0226. But otherwise, if something comes up, just give me a call. I know sometimes there's a funeral or, you know, hopefully not, but just in case, give me a call.
Thanks.
Basically, what did I do in the phone call?
Set an appointment.
Yeah, I didn't want to, I just wanted, you know, sometimes they'll say, well, what's this about? I don't want to get into it. I just want to get the appointment. You know, sometimes people say, well, what do you want to talk to me? Are you trying to sell me an encyclopedia? I don't know. You know, but I just want to get to see him. And I always do the thing about, when's a good, you know, he said, when do you want to come over? I want to make it easy for him. So what did I say? I didn't just say, it's good for me tomorrow. I said, when's good for you? And the theory behind that is that I want him to understand that, well, in this case, I'm a staff organizer, so I do things at his convenience. He's a member of the clergy, so he's busier. Or, you know, I want to make sure he gets the idea that I'm going to be someone that will do it when a time he can do it. And I'll give him the little cell phone thing because I know clergy have funerals and things come up. So I just want to avoid myself driving a half an hour and then, you know, someone says he's not there. Okay? Hi, Rabbi Lukowski. Nice to meet you. Well, so tell me a little bit, I've never met you. Tell me a little bit about you and, oh, are these your kids over here?
Yeah, that's my daughter Noah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the red mark.
Really? How old is she now?
She's 2.5.
Oh, really?
And we're expecting in September.
Oh, mazel tov.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. How's she doing?
She's great. She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. Everything is good, thank God. Yeah.
So how long have you been here?
It'll be 2 years. In
Really?
July, we've been at Shir Tikva.
Where do you sort of want to go with this? What does it sort of mean to you to be a rabbi here?
It means to build community. I truly believe that the synagogue is about building community. So I think that it's about bringing people together in a deep and meaningful way. So I think my job as a rabbi, part of it, first and foremost, to be a teacher of Torah, a teacher of our faith. But it's also to be somebody who gets people to be in touch with their stories and then connect it to the Jewish story. And I really feel strongly that that's how we build community at the synagogue.
What do you mean people be in touch with this?
We often don't think about ourselves as having deep and meaningful stories of where we come from and who's influenced us and our values and our faith and our families. And part of my job is to get people to share that with each other and with me, and then learn about our own people's story through the Torah and through the Bible and through all the thousands of years of texts and stories, and connect their lives with that tradition. So that's what I feel like.
In fact, you know, a lot of my story is about, you know, my dad's an immigrant. Actually, my mom died a couple of years ago. He lives with us now, and he's not real well off. He lives on Social Security, and you know, I grew up also with my grandmother, who was really poor. I mean, she was homeless, literally homeless, when her mother died when she was 8. And a lot of what I learned from her was, you know, she always said to me, and you know, I knew her when she was an older lady. You know, she was in her 60s, I think, when she moved into literally my room. That picked up, and you know, I really learned what it's like to be really poor. So I don't know. I think that's I mean, that's part of who I am and why I do this. I mean, what leads you to do, I mean, what's part of your story? You said you want to...
I mean, you know, it comes a lot from my parents, but, you know, my father is a retired public school teacher. If we went to, like, a catered event or, like, any place, we'd always wind up talking to the waitstaff. We'd always wind up talking to the busboy. And then talking about who, you know, who's the busboy? Where's he come from? How'd you get here?
Really?
Why are you here? You know, like...
Your folks would do that?
Yeah, we all would.
You're trying to find out what the person cares about, what makes them tick.
What they care about, right. Why?
But it's not therapy. That's the point, right? Like,
No.
it's not personal.
No, it's definitely not therapy.
You didn't prod about, like, my personal relationship with my parents. Like, I got personal, but you weren't, you know, the follow-ups weren't, it was, they were open-ended enough and personal enough for me to share, but I didn't feel like you were trying to solve problems or talk about my relationship with my parents.
Right.
You were really interested in my story and where I come from and what
Right.
makes me the person I
You're
am.
trying to find out, is this person someone that I can work with? Now, you said he didn't have lots of money. He had certain values. I mean, I'm trying to find out about his values. Really, I am testing. That's part of it. Is he someone that's going to have the values of our organization? What else did you observe that I did, though? You said I listened.
You shared your story.
Right. The reason I'm asking you this question is because I want you to be able to reproduce it. Not exactly. I don't want you to become a 62-year-old Jewish guy. You know, that would be really weird, you know. But I want you to be able to not exactly reproduce it, but understand. I mean, what I did is very intentional. Like, when he was saying his own story and saying like that, I was thinking, is this the time I need to tell him something about myself? And my answer was yes. And how much? Because like someone said earlier, I'm not a therapist. If I were, I would have just shut up and said, oh, that's very interesting. But I'm trying to build a relationship with him. Okay? So in order to do that, he needs to know something about who I am.
In our private relationship, people know right away when you're not being authentic or real. And that's what it was. You felt a sense of authenticity from you. You were just being honest. You were being vulnerable and open.
The point is, if you're going to re-energize people after they're burnt out, everyone has this story. Has a story like this. But the important thing is you have a story like it. You do. You do. Each of you.